Have you ever stopped to think about what you truly owe yourself? Not in terms of money, or status, or validation from others, but in truth, in spirit, in soul, in the quiet moments when no one's watching, no one's clapping, and no one's there to reassure you. What do you owe you? You owe it to yourself to stop shrinking to make others comfortable, to stop biting your tongue when your truth wants to roar, to stop delaying your dreams because the timing isn't perfect or because someone else said it's not realistic. You owe it to yourself to show up, fully, fiercely, unapologetically, not because someone said you're worthy, but because you decided that you are. You've survived too much to play small. You've cried too many silent tears, stayed up too many nights wondering if this is all there is. And now you owe it to yourself to rise, to stand, to build, not for applause, not for acceptance, but because your soul is calling for more, and you've ignored that call long enough. You owe it to yourself to heal, to stop passing your pain forward, to stop pretending you're okay when your heart is breaking inside. Healing doesn't mean you forget. It means you choose not to let the past define you. It means you love yourself enough to say, "This ends with me." The bitterness, the fear, the trauma, it stops here. You didn't ask for the wounds, but you can choose the recovery. You can choose peace. You can choose freedom. You owe it to yourself to grow, to challenge the limits you once placed on your own potential, to break out of the boxes the world tried to put you in. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not the names they called you or the doubts they handed you like poison disguised as love. You are something more. And every day you spend hiding from your greatness is a day you cheat yourself out of the life you were born to live. You owe it to yourself to believe, not just when it's easy, not just when you feel good, but especially when you don't, especially when you're tired, especially when you've failed and fallen and don't know how you'll get back up. That's when it matters most. Belief is not a feeling, it's a choice. It's deciding that your dreams matter even when the evidence says otherwise. It's saying, "I still choose me," even when no one else does. You owe it to yourself to protect your energy, to stop pouring into people who never fill you back, to stop setting yourself on fire just to keep others warm. Your peace is not selfish. Your boundaries are not cruelty. You are allowed to walk away from what drains you, from what confuses your spirit, from what makes you question your worth. Love doesn't have to hurt. Support doesn't have to cost your sanity. You are allowed to choose yourself. You owe it to yourself to be honest, to stop pretending you're someone you're not, to stop chasing someone else's dream while yours withers away. You weren't made to fit in. You were born to stand out. And yes, the truth is uncomfortable. Yes, it might upset people, but your truth is sacred, and living a lie to keep others comfortable will never lead to peace. Choose authenticity, even if it costs you approval, because your soul knows when you're faking it, and it will ache until you come home to yourself. You owe it to yourself to start, to take the first step, even if it's messy, even if it's small, even if it's terrifying. Start writing that book. Start building that business. Start going to the gym. Start speaking your mind. Start taking your life seriously. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for signs. Stop waiting for someone to rescue you. No one's coming. And that's not a tragedy, it's an invitation. An invitation to become your own savior, your own hero, your own damn revolution. You owe it to yourself to fail, to try things that scare you, to risk being bad at something before you become great. Failure isn't a dead end, it's a doorway. Every fall, every misstep, every no you face is a lesson wrapped in pain. And if you let it, that pain can teach you more than any success ever could. Stop avoiding the fall. Learn how to rise. You owe it to yourself to be patient, to trust the process, to stop rushing your timeline because you saw someone else reach the finish line first. Their journey isn't yours. Their path isn't yours. And just because it's taking longer than you thought doesn't mean you're failing. Slow growth is still growth. Healing takes time. Mastery takes time. Becoming takes time. And you're becoming something extraordinary. Give yourself grace. You owe it to yourself to dream again, to believe that magic still exists, that love still exists, that your best days aren't behind you. They're ahead. You've been through hell, yes, but you made it. You didn't give up. You didn't fold. You didn't lose yourself entirely. And now you owe it to yourself to start building something beautiful from the wreckage. You owe it to yourself to demand more from life, from your relationships, from yourself. You weren't born to settle. You weren't born to live a life of quiet desperation. You were born to create, to inspire, to lead, to love. And every time you accept less than you deserve, a piece of you goes quiet inside. Stop silencing your soul. Stop lowering your standards just to be liked. Raise the bar, then rise to meet it. You owe it to yourself to celebrate, to notice how far you've come, to stop waiting until you make it before you let yourself feel proud. You're already a success for surviving what tried to break you, for still choosing hope in a world that keeps trying to harden your heart, for getting up one more time when everything inside you said to stay down. That's power. That's grace. That's greatness in motion. And above all, you owe it to yourself to never give up. Not now. Not ever. No matter how dark it gets. No matter how long it takes. No matter who walks away or who doubts you. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep building. Because this is your life. You're one shot. And no one will ever care about your dreams the way you do. So fight for them. Nurture them. Protect them like they're sacred, because they are. You owe it to yourself to become the version of you that you've always dreamed of. Not someday. Not when it's convenient. But now. In this moment. In the mess. In the uncertainty. In the quiet hours when no one sees the work you're putting in. That's where greatness is born. That's where purpose is forged. You owe it to yourself to stop surviving and start living. Not just getting through the day. Not just checking boxes or following someone else's script, but truly living. Not a half-life. Not a life of what-ifs and regrets, but a full, beautiful, wild, passionate, purpose-driven life. The kind that wakes you up in the morning with fire in your chest and hope in your eyes. The kind that sets your soul on fire and makes you proud to have lived it. Because at the end of the day, when all is said and done, when the noise fades and the crowd disappears, it won't be the opinions of others that matter. It won't be the expectations, the comparisons, or the fears. It'll be just you. You and the life you chose to live. You and the effort you gave. You and the dreams you chased, or didn't. And the only person who has to look back and say, I gave it everything, is you. And you owe that to you. You owe it to the child in you who once believed in magic, to the future version of you who wants to feel peace, not regret, to the person you are right now, standing in the middle of a life that's still unfolding, still full of chances, still brimming with possibility. So take the chance. Show up fully. Speak your truth. Live your purpose, because you deserve a life that feels like yours, and you owe that to you.